If you're over 60, there's a silent threat affecting millions of seniors every single day, a threat that has nothing to do with your age itself, and everything to do with what's on your plate. You may think you're choosing healthy foods. You may think you're doing the right thing. But some everyday foods are secretly damaging your muscles, weakening your legs, and reducing the strength you need to stay active and independent. Ask yourself a few simple questions. Does standing up from a chair feel harder than it used to? Do stairs drain your energy or force you to hold the railing tighter? Do you notice slower walking speed, or do your legs feel heavy and unsteady? Have you found that carrying groceries or lifting even light objects now requires more effort? If you said yes to any of these, you are not alone. Over 30% of seniors experience significant muscle loss after age 60. And that number rises every single year. You're not just getting older, something else is happening. Doctors call this sarcopenia. It's a natural decline in muscle mass that speeds up with age, but here's the part most seniors never hear. Certain common foods make sarcopenia happen much faster. Foods that look harmless, foods you might even believe are helping you stay healthy, can actually weaken the very muscles you rely on to stay mobile, confident, and in control of your life. According to research shared by Harvard Health and the Mayo Clinic, muscle loss is one of the top reasons seniors lose balance, experience falls, and eventually lose independence. Your legs are more than just limbs. They are your freedom, your ability to walk where you want, visit who you love, and live life on your own terms. Once the legs weaken, everything becomes harder. The good news is that muscle strength can improve at any age when you make the right changes. But before I tell you what to add to your meals, we must first remove the worst foods that are making muscle loss worse. And some of these foods will surprise you. I want you to take a deep breath right now and just imagine something with me. Imagine your legs feeling more stable. Imagine walking without holding a railing. Imagine confidently stepping up a curb, or getting up from a chair without pushing off with your arms. Imagine playing with your grandchildren, shopping without fatigue, and moving freely through life with energy you haven't felt in years. This is possible, and it starts with what you choose to eat every day. Most seniors don't realize how important nutrition is for muscle protection. They focus on calcium for bones, but your muscles need just as much attention, especially after 60. Muscles need good fuel, muscles need protein, muscles need specific vitamins and minerals, and muscles must be protected from foods that damage them from the inside. And that's what we're uncovering today. The 5 foods seniors must stop eating if they want to stay strong. Now, before we get into the list, I want to quickly address something important. You may feel worried hearing this, that's normal. But this video is not here to scare you. It's here to help you take back control. Knowledge is power, and once you know what's harming your strength, you can make simple changes that create real improvement in just weeks. Let me ask you one quick question, and I want you to think honestly. If making one small change to your daily eating habits could give you stronger legs and allow you to stay independent for longer, would you make that change? If your answer is yes, write yes in the comments. It helps more seniors see this important message. Now, to make sure we stay clear and valuable, I'm going to give you the science behind these foods in a simple and friendly way. No complicated language, no confusion, just the truth that every senior deserves to know. The first group of foods we're revealing today may shock you, because they are often marketed as healthy. They appear in breakfast bowls, snack trays, fruit salads, even hospital meals. Seniors choose them believing they are protecting their health, while they are actually weakening muscles faster. When we look at how these foods affect blood sugar, inflammation, and muscle protein breakdown, especially after age 60, the damage becomes impossible to ignore. Here's something the Cleveland Clinic has warned. High-sugar fruits and processed foods can create spikes in blood sugar that force your muscles to work harder to absorb nutrients. When blood sugar frequently spikes, the muscles become resistant, failing to get the protein they need. Over time, this leads to loss of strength, slower movement, and more reliance on support just to walk safely. And yes, one of these dangerous foods is something almost every senior has in their kitchen right now, something they eat thinking they're doing the right thing. It gets even more concerning. Research shows that seniors who continue eating these specific foods lose nearly twice as much muscle each decade compared to those who avoid them. Twice as much muscle. That could be the difference between walking independently and needing a walker or assistance. But here's the best part. When seniors remove these muscle-damaging foods and replace them with better choices, improvements happen fast. In as little as 10 to 14 days, many report stronger legs, more energy, and easier daily movement. You deserve that kind of improvement. You deserve strength. You deserve independence. In part 2, we're going to reveal the first 2 foods on the list. One of them is a common breakfast favorite. The other is often recommended as a healthy snack, but it might be one of the worst things a senior could eat for muscle health. Wait until you hear what it does to your leg strength. We are just getting started, and I promise the next part will surprise you. So stay with me, because removing even one of these foods could save your strength and transform your life in ways you can feel every single day. This information is for education only, not medical advice. Consult your healthcare provider before making changes. Before we reveal the exact foods, let's make one thing very clear. This isn't about fear or guilt. You have taken care of yourself for decades. You've made the best choices you could with the information you had. Today is simply about upgrading that information so your legs, your muscles, and your independence stay strong for the years ahead. The first food on this list shows up every morning in millions of homes. It's simple, convenient, affordable, and it's been marketed as the perfect start to the day. But for seniors over 60, it can quietly work against muscle strength. I'm talking about refined breakfast cereals, the boxed cereals made with processed grains and high sugar. They cause a quick jump in blood sugar, followed by a crash that leaves you feeling tired, weak in the legs, and hungrier sooner. They also lack the protein necessary to repair and protect muscles. According to the Mayo Clinic, seniors need more protein than younger adults to maintain strength, yet many breakfast cereals contain barely 2 or 3 grams per serving. When your muscles don't get enough protein in the morning, your body starts to break muscle tissue down for energy. And if breakfast becomes a habit that harms muscle repair, you start losing strength day by day. The good news is that you have easy, affordable alternatives. Replace sugary cereal with scrambled eggs, Greek yogurt, or a bowl of oatmeal topped with nuts instead of sugar. These options keep your energy steady and give the muscles what they need to stay strong. Now let's talk about the second food seniors must watch out for. This one often hides behind the word healthy, but it can do more harm than good if you're trying to protect your legs. I'm talking about fruit drinks and fruit juice, including orange juice, grape juice, and apple juice. Yes, even the ones labeled 100% fruit and no added sugar. When fruit is turned into juice, all the healthy fiber is removed. What's left is concentrated sugar that rushes into your bloodstream. Harvard Health warns that these sudden sugar spikes contribute to insulin resistance and inflammation, 2 major causes of accelerated muscle loss as we age. Think about it this way. Eating a whole orange gives your body vitamin C, fiber, and hydration. Drinking a glass of orange juice often gives your body the sugar of multiple oranges in just a few gulps, without the fiber to slow it down. When the body faces too much sugar, it starts to store fat instead of building muscle, and seniors already fight an uphill battle to keep the muscles they have. So the healthier option? Choose whole fruits instead of juice. They take longer to digest, give your muscles longer-lasting energy, and keep your blood sugar more stable throughout the day. Take a moment to reflect. Do you rely on boxed cereal or fruit juice in the morning? If you do, you're not alone. Many seniors do, because these foods have been advertised for decades as the perfect breakfast. But now that you know the truth, you can make a better choice starting tomorrow. Your muscles will thank you for it. You might already feel hopeful, thinking, if I just remove these 2 foods, will I actually feel stronger? And the answer is yes. Your muscles respond very quickly when you support them properly. Many seniors report easier movement within just a couple of weeks of cutting back on refined sugars. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Small shifts, big results. Now here's where things get even more interesting. The third food we're going to talk about in part 3 is one that almost every household buys weekly. It's inexpensive, filling, and tastes great. But it carries a hidden effect inside the muscles, something experts have been warning older adults about for years. It's a food that can interfere with the body's ability to absorb important nutrients needed for muscle strength. And whether you bake it, fry it, or slice it into a sandwich, the effect is just as concerning. We'll also reveal a second dangerous food in part 3 that is often served at family gatherings and restaurants, a food that affects balance, energy, and even the nerves that control your legs. Many seniors eat it without realizing how it may be slowing their movement and weakening their lower body strength over time. Before we continue, I have a question for you. Which food surprised you the most so far? Cereal or fruit juice. Take a second and leave a simple comment with the words cereal or juice. Your comment may help another senior discover this video and protect their own strength and independence. Remember, knowledge is the first step. You've already taken that step just by being here and listening. And now you're about to gain even more power over your health. In Part 3, we dive deeper into 2 foods that may be sitting in your kitchen right now. Foods that quietly weaken muscle fibers even when you're eating enough protein. Once you learn what they are, you may look at your meals in a completely new way. Stay with me, because the next section could change the strength of your legs for years to come. We've already uncovered 2 foods that can accelerate muscle loss without seniors realizing it. And now we enter the part that surprises almost everyone. Because the next food on our list is something many people grew up eating. Something that feels comforting and familiar. Yet once you understand how it behaves inside the body, especially after age 60, you'll see why it may be making your legs weaker over time. The third food seniors should limit if they want stronger muscles is white bread and refined flour products. That includes sandwich bread, hamburger buns, white pasta, and pastries. When grains are processed, the bran and germ, the parts that contain fiber and most nutrients, are stripped away. What's left is starch that the body quickly turns into sugar. Just like fruit juice and sugary cereal, refined flour causes spikes in blood sugar, which can increase inflammation. Chronic inflammation is linked to faster muscle breakdown, according to research published by Harvard Health. But that's not the only problem. Refined foods don't provide the protein, magnesium, or B vitamins muscles rely on for strength. So each time you eat them, you're filling your stomach without feeding your muscles. And when you combine low-nutrient food with aging, the body has no choice but to draw energy from muscle tissue. That's why whole grains, like whole wheat bread or brown rice, are a better choice. They take longer to digest and provide nutrients that keep your energy steady and your muscles supported. Think about how often white bread appears in meals, as toast at breakfast, a sandwich at lunch, or a dinner roll in the evening. One simple switch each day from white to whole grains could make a real difference in your strength over time. It's one of the easiest changes seniors can make, and one of the most impactful. Now, food number 4 on our list is especially important if you've been feeling low energy, unstable balance, or slower reaction times in your legs. This one affects the nerves that help your muscles move, and it can quietly drain your strength without any pain signals. I'm talking about processed meats, like sausages, hot dogs, deli meats, and bacon. These foods are high in sodium and preservatives like nitrates, which studies from the Cleveland Clinic show may interfere with muscle and nerve function in older adults. Processed meats also contain lower quality protein. That means seniors don't absorb as many muscle-building amino acids from them as they would from fresh meats, beans, or eggs. And because processed meats are often loaded with unhealthy fats, they can increase inflammation in the body. Another factor linked to muscle loss and decreased mobility in aging. It doesn't mean you can never enjoy a piece of bacon again, but choosing it regularly may be working directly against your strength goals. Here's something important to remember. Muscles weaken more quickly when the nerves controlling them are stressed. If processed meats are a daily habit, replacing them even a few times a week with grilled chicken, fish, tofu, or legumes can help your muscles work more efficiently and feel stronger when you move. Take a moment to check in with yourself. Have you been noticing slower walking, a little wobbliness when standing, needing your hands to push up from a chair? These signs are not failures. They are messages from your body. Messages asking for better support, and every positive change you make now sends strength back into your muscles. Here's something inspiring. Researchers have found that older adults who improve nutrition, even after age 70, can rebuild muscle tissue and regain strength they thought was gone forever. That means, if you start today, you are not late. You are right on time. I want you to picture a simple plan that works. Imagine replacing sugary breakfast cereal with eggs or yogurt. Imagine swapping a glass of juice for fresh fruit. Imagine choosing whole grain toast instead of white bread. And imagine saying no to processed meats on most days and choosing a healthier protein instead. These tiny shifts create a powerful difference you can feel in your legs, in the way you stand, walk, climb stairs, and move confidently through your day. You're already 2 steps ahead because now you know the foods that hurt muscle strength the most. You're removing the hidden roadblocks. And once those are out of the way, your legs will finally have the fuel they need to get stronger. step by step.